Halacha says, "Arba tzitziyot ma'akdim ze et ze, because zeman she'en bach kol arba ena metzuyeset k'hilchata." Tzitzit is not like some of those mitzvot that a person, if he does partial, at least you did something. It's better than nothing. Halacha by tzitzit is if you don't have all four, it's ma'akev ze et ze. So if a person wore a pair of tzitzit which has three corners instead of the fourth, you're not yotzei mitzvah, you didn't do anything. Not only did you not do anything, could be you did a sin, you did an avon, right? Person has to know this is not the partial mitzvah. There's no partial credit on this mitzvah. It's either full or no credit. Therefore, if a person walked out with such a beged that doesn't have proper tzitzit on it on Shabbat to a place where you're not allowed to carry, the halakha is this is called carrying. Again, because this is not considered a beged of tzitzit, even though it has three corners that are good, but the fourth corner is ripped a little bit, and therefore it's pasul. So in such a case, you didn't do any mitzvah. Not only did you not do mitzvah, since it's Shabbat, it's called you carried it. So you're not allowed to walk around with it if it's not 100% kosher according to halakha. So therefore, a person has to make sure that the talet or the tzitzit that he's wearing is kosher 100% in order for him to be able to wear it for the mitzvah number one. And number two, the gabed dinei Shabbat, that if you want to be able to walk around with it on Shabbat, you have to make sure that it's kosher for it not to be considered carrying. Also a very important halakha he brings down. If a person wears the talet in the wrong way, where it's actually just on his shoulder, it's just going around his shoulder, not on his actual body, which is not considered the way of atifat tzitzit. That's not called a beged. You're not wearing it in its proper way. Some people wear it like a scarf. So in such a case, if a person puts it in that way, and you walked around with it on Shabbat, that's called you carried it. Because this is not the way of wearing a talet. Even though maybe you think it might be the right way to wear the talet, but since halakha says this is not considered yotzei, you're not yotzei with putting on a talet over your shoulder, rather it has to be on your actual body. So in such a case, for a person to be able to walk around with the talet on Shabbat, it has to be on him, not on his shoulder. However, he brings down that let's say a person put it on him, and then it was winter, and he put on a coat on top of it, so nobody could see. You could just barely see maybe a little bit from the top and the strings from the bottom. He says that's still considered wearing a beged, and that's not called carrying, even though technically nobody could see the beged that's under your coat.